Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's read is going to be about what can we expect with this new Aquarian moon. It is a really wondrous, fun, and light as well as celebratory energy. It's really about going out and connecting with people and partying and being open-hearted and expansive and really wanting to connect and understanding what's important. Now, this is something I tell all my clients too when they're getting ready to go out in large groups or they feel there might be a competitive element to something, whether it's in a university, a business, a family. We have to remember, no one can defeat us. Nobody can sabotage us or make us feel little unless we allow that, okay? That only comes from us. That comes from self-sabotage or doubt, right? We need to have our own interests at heart and not put others above ours. Don't put anybody's opinion of what they think of us above ours. We have great inner dialogue, so we're knowing that we're trying our best, that we are an absolute beautiful energetic entity that is trying in every way, shape, or form to elevate in our lives, our spirituality, and everything. So we're not going to listen to any detractors or negative people because they're only trying to dim us to make their light shine brighter. And as soon as we recognize that, instead of having anger towards them, we actually have pity because we're realizing that unhappy people want to diminish other people and make them unhappy, and that hurt people want to hurt. So we're awake to this. And also, we have to realize to say no a little bit more because people would love for us to make their lives easier. They would love for us to lend them all the money that we earn and drive them everywhere and give up our time to paint their houses and do all these favors that we do for them, because it makes their life easier. However, we only have so much energy to go around, so we really do need to put ourselves first. And you're going to have all these great understandings like in rapid succession with this Aquarian moon. Aquarians and this energy is really tapped into aha moments like, oh, whoa, I really get this person. This is amazing. And even better than that, it's like you're really going to focus your efforts on what you really care about. So start an envisionment process right now. If you could do anything you had all day to do, what would that be? And what is stopping you? I had to say to myself today after I got up, I said, I'm going to the beach right now. Nobody wanted to go. And I was like, I don't care. All I want to do is swim and close my eyes and listen to the water. I don't need a team of people or family members. Bye. I jumped in my car. I literally had one chair, one bottle of water, one towel. That was it. I went there and I felt almost like masterful at how I handled everything. I hopped out of my car, I snapped my chair open, I put my water under it, and I sat back and I saw all these people fussing with a million bags and lotions and potions and gear and drinks and food and stuff that just made everything hard. Like one guy's umbrella literally blew away the second he put it down, and it actually flew over my leg. But the thing that woke me up is one little component to it, like scratched my ankle, and it woke me up, and I just looked down. But it was weird to just see all these people just fussing with so much gear. And I was like, how can you enjoy yourself with all this craziness, right? And I feel like you're going to learn to alleviate all these pressures with really good focus on what do you need? What is the bare minimum? Because oftentimes that is our best days when we're not worried about our gear and our stuff. It's more our focus is on the nature and what's around us and the people and observing that, right? So Aquarian, this full moon is all about that. You are literally going to be able to pluck your dreams off the wish and manifestation tree. It is ripe for the picking. It is ready. This is a really, really like cardinal time of just getting a fitting foundation and structure so you know where you stand, and then you see all the opportunities. You're like, I'll take that one, I'll take that one. You see all the possibilities and you can focus quickly on solutions and devise new ways to do things and simplify your life. You're tired of the complicated. You're tired of the guesswork, and you're like, you know what? Don't need this, don't need that. I just need to go in one direction and experience the day and what it involves in the people and the sights, the flavors, the sounds, everything. That's what's important. Not our ego that says, oh, well, do you look good enough? Do you sound good enough? None of that is going to matter anymore. And this is really what makes all the magic happen. So we have 3 cards to choose from. We have a daring rebirth, which I love. We have your time to shine. And we have the vision. And if you like the corresponding numbers, it's 41, 33, and 8. And I'm going to let you make your choice. It really is, it's it's remarkable what's about to come, and I'm very excited. So let me get our cards, and we're going to see what's going on. I got a whole mix of tarot as well as our oracle cards. All right, so Knight of Brian. So Brian is water, which is sword. So you're going to be having really clever, clear thoughts that are just going to divest you of luggage. You're like, you know what? I am not going to have ego chime in. I'm not going to have doubt. I'm not going to have worry. I'm not going to have concern. I'm definitely not going to have anything that makes me feel inferior in my head. I don't have space for that. I realize that there's challenges, but I'm capable in every way, shape, or form when I'm focusing on myself and solutions, not what other people think. Because again, people will want to chime in, give their opinions, and cloud and muddy the waters, but you're just getting rid of that. And you're not going to let any bad news change your course. We have challenges, we hurdle over them, we get, if we're not getting that raise we expect, if, we're not able to go on this vacation, don't worry about it, because the luck that's about to be bestowed upon you is exceptional. Really exceptional. So everything is temporary. These little kind of roadblocks, they do not last, and we have to really look forward to the bright ventures coming up. So what else do we have? Yeah, it is breakthrough time in a remarkable scale. So take a leap of faith, realize you're going to have freedom and new beginnings. It's like you're chartering a new course where you know that anything is possible, so you're no longer restricted. You're no longer caught up in that subconscious freaking merry-go-round of, oh, I'm not allowed to do this because I don't have this. I can't go there because I don't have that. I won't have this, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of whitewash. It's a lot of garbage. And, it's overdue to be dumped in the dumpster because it just doesn't make sense. If somebody told us a decade ago that we wouldn't achieve something because of something, who were they to say? Some of the most remarkable individuals in the world never even finished high school. Some of the most remarkable artists and things were always told you'll never make a living at that. So again, we're listening to ourselves now. The magic is in ourselves and our hearts and our souls, and that's what we're following, because that's what's important. Why should we listen to anybody above our soul or our soul's voice? And integrity, this is really beautiful. It's about goddess Rhiannon and Amazonite. Now, integrity is saying as you elevate, which you will, we have to keep integrity involved in every new successful level and venture in life. We don't want to go out and belittle anybody. It's very tempting to go back to places we used to work at or places where there was unpleasantness and unpleasant people and kind of go, ta-da, well, wish you were me, right? A lot of people that I know have done that in different places I've been in, but we have to resist the urge to do that no matter how successful we become, even if it's a brush with fame or, notoriety or success on some level. We never want to denigrate down to that level and be like, ta-da, because people are always trying and sometimes they just can't get out of that cycle. So it makes it worse for them when you say, how do you like me now, right? Integrity is about you liking you now, and that's all that matters. Oh my God. So anyway, this is channeling your knowledge is next. So this is really important. The things that we've learned and that we're learning along the way are crucial to our next stage. I try to, let what I've learned in a day suffice and digest that, right? And it's not stuff that we're learning just to say that we know it. It's stuff, this is like integral or ancient knowledge that we want to keep in so we can reach in for it when we need it, right? That really deep-seated patient, if we're dealing like with a bunch of children or people that aren't aware, awake, or helpful in any manner, that we don't belittle anybody or get into arguments or any low vibrational activities, because right now we're really having critical judgment, and that is saying this isn't important. There are so many things we engage in that aren't important, that take our focus, that aren't important. I'll give you, for instance, when I was at the beach today, I saw lots of groups of women, like in between 30 and 50, and there were little groups and stuff. And it's funny how different people act when they think they're being observed, and how they kind of peacock and they talk louder of whatever, and people, how they feel uncomfortable. Now, how I can gauge somebody through body language if they feel uncomfortable being observed is they do a lot of fixing and prepping. They keep fixing whatever, their dress, their bathing suit, their hair. They play with the container on their soda or juice or whatever. It's a lot of fidgeting. And it was really weird to observe that, and it kept me busy for a while. And then I had a lot of empathy for people because I could read the self-consciousness level, especially people in their bathing suits and stuff. And then And then some people just the naturalness of just being so happy and being by the water. But that's what I mean. It's like, what did I want to focus on? Anybody like having arguments next to me about where they were going to go and what they were going to do, or just really looking at the ocean? We have so many choices during the day that we do need to have our critical judgment of saying what's important to focus on and really honing in on that. And that's when we get the good stuff, right? That's when we feel the balance, we feel the love. And right now, too, you also have expansion. So educate your mind and senses, everything. Try new foods. This is all about, really getting out there and experiencing new things and knowing, the vital, lively, robust you that, is savoring new things, new people, places, and things, and ambiance and smells and just every little tiny nuance around you, and just, putting the world in a cup and drinking it up and really saying, wow, thank you, universe, for all this, and having gratitude and love for it. And it's really going to bring you and catapult you into a new understanding of yourself and what works for you in your heart space and what makes you feel good. So that's you, group one. Really beautiful, expansive energy. Everything about your group seemed to be about educating yourself in what you want, because it really is your time. And we have to remember that we can get pulled in so many directions, but to just reground and say, okay, my focus is on where I'm going and my plans, and just to reevaluate and, substantiate what you want with little steps, forward moving, bite-sized chunks, easy digestible information, so we don't feel overwhelmed, right? Because it can happen. Our brain is always trying to speed up and going, what's next? What's next? What about what's right now? That's what this Aquarius full moon is going to be about. What's right now? Yeah, what can I experience and wholeheartedly participate in with eyes wide open? So beautiful energy, group one. If you're new to, I almost said if you're new to the planet. I seriously almost said that. My mouth started to form that word. So if you're new to the planet, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. I think I'm new to the planet. I think I'm new to speaking. All my links are down below if you need a private read, or you want to go to my Etsy store, or you want me to tell you about the planet, because I got a few pointers. Planet. Oh my God. I tell you, I did spend some time in the sun. It threw me for a loop. I can only go out for like an hour or over until I just have to put SPF 8000 on, or I'll just burn like a crispy chicken. It was so much fun though. So love and light to you guys. I love your energy. Just know that, it's onward and upward, and get to that manifestation tree and get ready to pull your fruit off, because it's ready. Okay. So now we're on to number 2. I love these, beautiful fractals. I love fractals so much. So number 2 is, your time to shine. This is inwardly, outwardly, everything. I really feel like you're in a really high vibrational phase. You're going to be feeling everything. Passion and temperature is going to rise. A lot of this group too, I already feel like your soulmates are coming in. And again, a lucky phase with really exceptional timing. Like, I feel like your timing is going to be really, really important and crucial and perfect in a lot of events. Like, you're just going to be in the right place at the right time, and it could actually lead to a huge jump in income. Like, somebody recognized something you wrote, did, created, and people are really going to, understand that you have the requisite skills to make anything like a beautiful thing of immense beauty from nothing, really, whether it's from your paintbrush, whether it's from just a pen and paper. And, people are really going to want your beautiful offerings and creations. They're really going to be like, wow, this person has talent. It's going to be recognized. It's probably long overdue. I know a lot of artists go through these phases where they're like, do I have 50 canvases in my basement? No one ever wants to see them type of attitude. And then we just have to say, oh yeah, the sun. Yeah, the sun is going to be shining on you and your talents. How about that? How about that? Our minds are so conditioned to look at what's wrong, and we have to make peace with that and let it go, and let's just move on to develop with what's right. I have to do that too. If I'm looking at a piece of jewelry and I'll be like, that whatever, one bead will be slightly different or chipped, but there'll be 100 beads on this strand, and my eye will pick out that one. I'm like, what about the fact that it's every spectrum of color, and it's rich, and it's alluring and smooth, and it looks healing and beautiful? You know what I mean? That's how I have to condition my mind, relook at things, I was almost going to say re-perspectify, but I don't even think that's a word, but who cares? Yeah, just get a different perspective at a higher sort of frequency. What's good, what's beautiful, what lifts, what shines, and always reach back into that data bank of positive affirmations whenever you need it to, right? It's like, yeah, I just feel like you're just going to come out of the gate winning. This Aquarian moon is really cool. This too, divine perfection. This is about, reaching for divine perfection, reaching for what's good, what helps your heart grow, what connects you to the other people, the collective, what makes you feel warm, glowing, substantial, together, solid, earthy, all those things. You know what I mean? What makes you grow, like anything. If you're, what seeds have you planted that are now germinating and starting to show results? And are you proud of that? And are you showing gratitude? And are you congratulating yourself for having worked towards that and working like that? You're ready to shine. And like I was just going to say, take the reins and look at that, lead the way. Yeah, light your own path. It's nice to get a little chime in from relatives and friends and stuff. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Like, I just had a great idea for a child's book and I was very excited. And then I thought, well, I can't just go tell everybody on the internet about it because, people that maybe aren't so great could just take that idea and have it be their own book. And I was basically going to tell the whole premise of the story. And then I was like, yeah, all of a sudden, I was like, I forget about that because you get trusting, but there is, intellectual theft and all these things. And basically, I really cherish these ideas because they came to me in a dream, and I'll probably try to get something published quickly so I can have it copyrighted before I do that, because it was so fun and vibrant. And I was like, oh my God, I love that idea. But this is going to be you too. You're going to have this propensity to be able to lead people, and people are going to follow you. They really are. They're going to realize that you have confidence in what you're doing. You're very result orientated with, but you're wonderful. You're going to be like the earth shaker. Let's go. You're like, how about that? How do you like me now? Let's do this. And the thing is, your inner dialogue now is, of course, I can accomplish this. I know about this and I love this. So why wouldn't this be a victory in this arena? Let's do this. Let's go. And you're going to get like-minded people and they're going to be in it. And, it's going to be one of those beautiful things where timing, enthusiasm, momentum, versatility and flexibility, because that's always huge, and just having a really discerning eye for who's going to help you the right way is going to help this be really, really lucky. So your last is spirit messages. Observe limitations. This is not saying yes to everything. And I get this too, because I'm like, yes, I want to try that. Yes, I want to try that. And if I'm writing, talking, doing, phone calls and therapy sessions and a million things at once, all of a sudden I feel like I can't breathe. It's too much. So spirit messages will tell you when you need to put the brakes on a little bit and just be restful, because we all need that. We need to rest and recuperate. And you're going to understand that. You're going to feel it, in your bones, and be like, okay, I want to do a really good job at A, B, and C. So I'm not also going to take D, E, and F onto the menu, because it will overwhelm and it'll dilute my first three things that I'm trying to make beautiful. So those are your messages, group 2. Beautiful. Yeah, you have some outstanding things coming your way, and a lot of remarkable breakthroughs and recognition for your talents. And I'm really excited for you. So love and light to you. If you're new to the channel, I almost said planet again. If you're new to what is with that? If you're new to the channel or planet, welcome to my channel. I'm very glad you tuned in. And if you would like, you can hit the like and subscribe button. And also there's a notification bell to let you know when all the new videos come in. All my links are down below for the Goddess Provisions box. This is the singing bowl I put up here, and I cleared the air before I began, and this came in the Goddess Provisions box, and it's so beautiful. It's just one of many items. So if you check the link below, you'll see everything that's down there. There's a tuning fork. I just go crazy. Sound is my bag. So it's like, it's so beautiful. So yeah, all the goodies are down there if you want to go check it out. Yeah, get ready to shine. Don't be shy. Say what you mean. Go where you want to go. Open those new doors, because you're going to win, and it's going to be amazing. So now we're on to number 3, the vision. I feel like if you chose this right away, that you are going to have a new vision. So what I feel like a vision is comprised of, it's an idea combined with fire becomes a vision. But then you have to put momentum and energy behind it to make it be an actual occurrence, right? We really have to have something that starts as that little spark, and then we have to nurture it and we have to fan it, right? And Again, our minds can be so conditioned to look at what's wrong or what could go wrong. Like, oh, I want to do this, but the cost and this and blah, blah, and we can talk ourselves out of it. No, this is a time for you to talk yourself into it, because right now, open your intuition. You're going to seek clarification. You're going to understand why things are easier than you think they are, why entities are always there helping you, why you're angelically guided. And you can persuade yourself and others very easily that something is going to work out. All it is great inner dialogue. I've got this. It's going to be great. I can convince myself that even some of the most mundane stuff that I even don't like changing litter box, is fun, because I'll put on cool music, I'll light a candle, I'll do something, and I'll put myself in another place and time. So it's not like I'm doing that actual thing. So I feel like this is another important component about illuminating the shadow. We have shadow self and we have light self, and we have to recognize one. The shadow, it always works together, and sometimes it comes out in different groupings, right? It comes out in certain relatives, it comes out with certain friends, and what it is a lot of times is subconscious behavior that we've had towards that person. Some way we felt at them. It's a conditioning that we need to uncondition and get out of, right? It's one of those things where we have to build our resolve to have a future stamp of success with relationships by not going back to old ways. And you're going to understand that. And part of that is your individuality. Know that you're cherished and adored because of your individuality, not because you're trying to fit in with others, or you're trying to carpool along with some kind of genre. You just be your own self. If you don't want to do something, you say no. If you're tired, let other people know you're tired. Because oftentimes, if we just chip away at who we are to try to fit in with groups or a lot of people, it diminishes us, and we know that, and we want to do what makes us feel good. Now, I love this. I love that you have the promise card about soulmates, attraction, and partnerships. They are coming in absolute droves in August and September, and part of that is the elevated sense of self vibration and frequency that you're now emitting, because you know that you're not going to diminish like the inner goddess or God that you really are, which is about treating yourself super well, being your best authentic self, eating well, exercising, doing things that are good for you, cherishing yourself, but most of all, having gratitude for everything that's around you, your family, your friends, everything, down to the littlest things. Like, I went to the nature center the other day, and when I first walked in, the only thing I could hear was bees. And at first I thought, this should creep me out, because this means this would have to be like 100+ bees to make this little buzzing chainsaw noise. But then I found it very relaxing, and it was like you really get sort of pulled into the vortex of nature. And then when you only hear nature and nothing else, it's a really beautiful thing. And I feel like that's a good place to connect with this love and soulmate energy, because that's when we get synchronicities. And through animals, we start to in everything, in clouds and trees, and like the way things are shaped and formed. And it's a really beautiful way to ground out as well, so we don't get too super flighty or spacey about things, because it is important, to come down to earth every once in a while and check in. But I feel like you'll also be releasing anything negative, a kind of purification and a spiritual cleansing. So you'll know when bad or shadow self feelings arise, and you can say, I release you. I acknowledge the fact that you exist, but now I release you so I can focus on all the good in the world and have gratitude for it. So beautiful energy. Wow, I love that for you. Group 3, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, or you want to check out the Goddess Provisions box and that gorgeous, I love that. Isn't that awesome? Just everything that's in there and down there. It's fun. I love that. I can get pulled right into like the vortex of those. And this artwork is remarkable. Illuminate the shadow. Yeah, focus on what you want to release. Your intuition is on fire. So beautiful energy. So love and light to you guys. And I'm going to go upload.